Greetings everyone, especially to you ma'am. By the way, I am Bintrishan Oval Moria from BEd 3 Section 3. So for today's presentation, it's all about the Article 8, the teachers and the learners. So this article belongs to the Code of Ethics for Teachers. So today I am going to read and discuss the article and its section. Section 1. A teacher has a right and duty to determine the academic marks and the promotions of learners in the subject or grades he handles, provided that such determination shall be in accordance with generally accepted procedures of evaluations and measurement. In case of any complaint, the teacher concerned shall immediately take appropriate actions observing due process. So in case of any complaint, teachers concerned shall immediately take appropriate action observing due process. The teacher has a sole duty to determine the academic marks of the students. So, teacher is the one computing or merely computing the scores of the students. The students are the ones making their own grades. So, there are times that teacher would also overlook some important data there. And if they are complained, then you just have to accept the complaint, listen to it, and take a look at your records. If there is a mistake, then it's just very easy to accept your mistake. Apologize, do the necessary actions, but if you think there is nothing wrong with the competition, then feel free to say or be confident on telling the parents or the students that there is nothing wrong with the competition. Because obviously, the teacher is the only one who knows the grades of the students. Because he is the only one who handles the results of the different evaluated tools and quizzes given to the students. Give the students the right grades or the grades due them based on the output and the scores that they have in their quizzes and activities. Section 2. A teacher shall recognize that the interest and welfare of learners are of first and foremost concern and shall deal justifiably and impartially with each of them. Meaning, the welfare of the students is our priority. Nothing more, nothing less. We teach because of our students, we teach because we want them to learn something from us. We are in the school because we want to be a part of the growth and development of the students. So we have to treat them impartially, no favoritism and no biases. Section 3. Under no circumstances shall a teacher be prejudiced or discriminate against learners. So as a teacher, we don't want any of our students to be discriminated. Whether what family he/she belongs, poor or rich, so probably everyone will be treated as equal-footed on the classroom. Because as a teacher, it's our obligation to look for our students' needs because their young minds needs tender loving and care. We have to be fair as possible. Section 4. A teacher shall not accept favors or gifts from learners, their parents, or others in their behalf in exchange for requested concessions, especially if undeserved. So we are not allowed to accept any gifts from our students, especially from their parents, because some of it would want something in exchange. Like for example, they want a higher grades or good grades for their children, so gifts would mean something else for some parents. So if the parents will give you a gift, then they will give you an entitlement. They will be entitled to demand something. So as a teacher, we should not also do something for the students or giving grades that they don't deserve that kind of grades just because they give something or a gift. Section 5. A teacher shall not accept directly or indirectly any remuneration from tutorials other what is authorized for service. So as a teacher, it's our obligation to give remedial or tutorial with the students who are lacking or slow in class without any remuneration in return. Because it's our job to teach everyone in class, whether it's an average or slow or a fast learner. Section 6. A teacher shall base the evaluation of the learner's work only in merit and quality academic performance. The grade should only be based on the outputs of the students, based on the grades on the students, and the different exam or quizzes, not in anything or something that is not included in the learning or evaluating process. The grade should be from the quality of the academic performance, not in the behavior of the students. So, let's move on to Section 7. Section 7. In a situation where mutual attractions and subsequent love development teachers and learner, the teacher shall exercise utmost professional discretion to avoid scandal, gossip, and preferential treatment of the learners. So now, as possible, do not fall in love with your students. As possible, do not have an intimate relationship of any of your students. That is very unprofessional, obviously. But if you cannot stop your feelings from your student, you should keep it privately and avoid issues. But that's not considerable because it's very unprofessional. Because obviously, you teach, so you must act like one. So you are a teacher, so you must act like one. Section 8. A teacher shall not inflict corporal punishment on offending learners, nor make deductions from their scholastic ratings as punishment for acts which are clearly not manifestations of poor scholarship. So no corporal punishment. You cannot hurt your student physically. It's really against the law. But because of this policy, the students are not afraid of the teachers anymore because of this law. So let's move on to the last section of this article. Section 9. A teacher shall ensure that conditions contributed to the maximum development of learners are adequate and shall extend needed assistance in preventing or serving learners' problems and difficulties. As a teacher, it is our obligation to monitor our students' actions and behaviors, and it's our obligation to talk to them and listen to them whenever they have a problem and difficulties in life or in school. It's our obligation to find a solution to those problems and difficulties, because we are not just teaching them to learn, but also we are the ones to help with their problems and difficulties in life, because we are their second parents. So that is the end of my discussion about the article and its section. I hope you learn a lot. Thank you, and may God bless us all.